some of y'all get hyped on Kim K, Selena Gomez. Oh my God, they're so blessed. I want to do my lips like them. Oh my goodness, look at those purses. They're making big moves. They're bosses. They're CEOs. I want to be like them when I grow up. Well, hit me with the beatbox. Don't make me laugh, and don't make God laugh. Let me tell you about his little girl named Esther. She was a pretty little Jewish girl, an orphan who came from nothing, came from the dirt. She was a nobody, but God blessed her and turned her into somebody, amen? She saved a nation from being killed. God blessed her with favor to speak into a king's ear and change his heart. Now that's a boss lady right there. Right. Let me say that's a boss lady. She really makes power moves, amen? Amen. Imagine that, her hashtag would have said, I saved the nations, hashtag blessed. Game changer, right? Yeah, don't feel me though. See, those are true blessings that fill your heart that nobody can steal. That's right. Nobody, the bank can't take it back. Hallelujah. They can't be repoed from you, amen? No, sir. God has a perfectly handcrafted and designed these blessings for your life if you believe and have faith. 2 Corinthians 9:8 says this, and God is able to bless you abundantly so that in all things, at all times, having all that you need, you will abound in every good work. Amen. For someone in this room tonight, you may be at the lowest place you've ever been in your life. Come on, somebody. Thank you, Jesus. You may be cursing God tonight, amen? You may be going through hell, but I've learned this through my hardest times. When I was deep in the valley, I felt like ending my life. God showed up and showed me that sometimes blessings don't always look like blessings. Right? Right. They come at you strange. They come at you sideways. Something the enemy used for worse, God turned around and made it something beautiful and special. Amen? Amen. They were blessings in disguise. Yes. They're not always pretty. Sometimes they look rugged. They look ugly. You can't believe they are blessings from God. That's because you're not seeing the full blessings. You're not letting it run its course in your life. Amen? Amen. Is that anybody in this place? See, my pops, as much as it hurt him watching his dad walk out when he's 12 years of age, it had to happen so he can get his blessings. Yes, sir. No, that's not right. That's not cool. It had to happen for Pops to get his blessings. Man, y'all don't feel me though. He had to walk through hell in life to get his family to heaven. Come on. Let me say that again. Sometimes you have to walk through hell in life to get your family to heaven. Amen. To receive your blessings. Yeah. He had to beat the odds that were against him. He had to receive his blessings. As much as it hurt him, it had to happen. He would have never led thousands to Jesus. He would never let all his kids, brothers, sister-in-laws, outlaws to the Lord. Amen. If my dad would have never helped my wife's brother George get clean and sober off heroin in 1988, who in return brought his sister Renee, brother Ryan, and parents George Sr. and wife Carol to set free back in the days, they may never met Jesus. I may have never met the love of my life if my dad bailed on his blessings. Ooh. Come on. Talking to somebody in here. You're like, man, he's making a lot of sense. I'm just mad I can't say yeah because I know he's right. It just bothers me. I mean, good Lord. I told you it's my birthday. I almost died a few months ago. I'm alive, happier, healthier than ever. I'm even great. We're growing hooks, baby. And if you're taking this hard watching it, thank you, Ricky, for holding that. If you're taking it hard out there, this is hurting you listening, it's for your own good because I love you. Because it starts with me. I ain't judging. I love you. I left home in 2009 to go find myself. I know it hurt my family. I know they felt abandoned. I moved my wife and kids to the East Coast to do ministry about 7 or 8 years ago. I'll tell you a little story about that. Is that all right? Yeah. I told you I'm going to be honest tonight. It's my birthday. I'm 37. I'm almost 40. And I got to tell you, it's been on my heart. Yeah, you come in. We got more chairs. Yeah. Come on in. Oh, Casey, I love you. Good to see you, man. We'll wait for them to get a seat. Everybody hold your breath out there. Look at people are waiting. They're watching right now. Oh, I got some good gossip. I can't wait to hear this guy's story. He's going to give it all up live on. You know what he's doing? Yeah, I know what I'm doing. About to save somebody's life, amen? Amen. About to change someone's course. God's going to use us to change somebody's direction tonight, amen? Amen. Where was that? Okay, Virginia. I said, Dad, I love you. I got to go. I got to find myself. I got to be free. I got to go. Mediterranean, she knows. So check it out. Get my wife, I go. I think I'm going to the land of milk and honey. I'm getting out of my situation. There's blessings just waiting for me there, amen. Now, you got to picture this, like Virginia, all my Virginia friends, I love you, but everything closes at 9 o'clock at night, right? The world goes to sleep out there early, and they're mellow, right? So I go out there thinking I'm going to be blessed. You know, I got all these promises were made to me. I'm going out. We going out. Bang, my blessings, I'm finally going to get what's been deserved. You know, I thought, right? I got there, was nothing like I thought. Where am I at? You know what I mean? Stores are all closed early. No fast foods open. You know what I mean? It wasn't like California where it was busy.
No tamales.
No tamales. Amen. No tamales. That was a bad thing. But check it out. I got there, right? I was so mad at God. I was like, every plan had failed. The blessings I thought, Eddie, I was going to get, I didn't get. And when you don't get your way, your way, you oh boy, you get fired up, right? So check it out. I get there. My wife, she's broken because we have 3 sons that lived over here. They didn't want to go from the beach to the country. You know what I mean? I mean, it's a rough choice, but they didn't want to move. So we went, me, her, and Ava. We were there, starting a new life. And man, we were there, and I was so mad. I was like, God, you brought me here. You brought me to the valley to die. You hate me, right? You ever felt that way? I did all this for you, and you bring me out here. Nothing. This ain't nothing like you promised. Where's my blessings? Right? You ever felt that way? Where's my blessings, God? I did what you said. Sometimes. I did what you said while people were watching me on stage. I mean, come on, Lord. I helped a bunch of people. You owe me. I was so mad, right? So I'm not a big drinker. I told my wife, I says, we were fighting. She was sad. I said, I'm out of here. Me and my boy, we went down the local because we lived in the ghetto. I thought I was going to live a nice here. I lived right in the ghetto, right? I walked down to the store, and I loved it because I'm from the hood. So I was like, whatever. Just started hanging with the dudes, talking. Wasn't talking about Jesus or nothing. I went to the local liquor store, right? About 10 at night. That was the only thing open. My boy bought some natural ice. That's popular out there. The beer is cheap. Y'all know it's okay to say, yeah, it's set free, If you're watching, it's okay. But I bought the biggest Pope-Off because I'm a big guy, and I'm like, nothing gonna fade me. I can handle anything. Right? I was gonna show God. You failed me. You didn't give me my blessings. And as I'm standing there, me and my boy are right there, is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. We're watching a drug deal go down, and a real-life deer walks through the drug deal. What's up, player? I mean, he looked at the guys like it was normal, and they were like, what's up, homie? A deer was walking through a drug deal. I knew I wasn't in Kansas anymore, amen? I wasn't in California. I went back. I said, I'm going to show you. Yelling at my wife. I was mad, right? Took the Pope-Off to the head, and man, popped a few Xanax, you know what I mean? Y'all know. Like, ooh, sinner. Yes, a long time ago, that was me. I said, I'm ending it, God. I'm going to show you. I can't believe there ain't no blessings here for me. Everything wasn't real. It didn't turn out the way I wanted to. And all I remember was this, when a big boy like me goes down, there's an earthquake. It hits. I lived in a small house. I went down, boom, hit my head, broke the dresser glass, and I just knocked out. And I remember waking up that next morning, blacked out, sick as can be, drank the whole thing of Pope-Off. And I just see my wife and daughter. My daughter was 1 at the time. She's holding her. They just like stepped over my big body. And my wife just gave me, how wives give you that look. They just, like she gave me, when guys, girlfriends, they give you that look like, man, you're a failure, like. And I was like, I know I'm a failure, but I was just laying there. And she's just looking at me, and I got a glimpse of my daughter, Ava. This is 6 months into being in Virginia. And I saw them, and I said, Mom, I don't want them to see me as a failure, so I'm going to go find my blessings. They may not look the way I wanted to, and after the 6 months, I turned it all around. I started leading worship there. I started meeting some awesome people, and God turned it all around, amen? I know my journey caused my mother a lot of tears, and I'm sorry. It caused me and my dad to fight like crazy, amen? Can I keep it real? You ever fought with your parents? Come on, you ain't got to be phony. We know you have. We hear it. Don't argue in front of pastor. I hear it. I love you. But I wouldn't have the amazing relationship I have now with my parents and my family if that stuff never happened.
That's right.
I couldn't get to my blessing. If I wouldn't have not went to Virginia years ago, I'd have never met some of the best people I ever met in my whole life. Like my friend Pastor Wade from M3 Church. He was a gangster OG Marine from Full Metal Jacket type guy. And he used to tell me daily, chill, stay on the wall. You're going to make it. God loves you. Don't give up.
Amen.
You ever had anybody that spoke in your life? Yeah. Bam, that's a blessing right there. One blessing. And over the years, God just lined up blessings. My friends Jerry hooked me up with this short little guy who looks like a hippie Santa. His name was Jack Green. He's like a spiritual guru to addicts, right? Yeah. I didn't have a job, had no purpose. He put me to work, fed my family. He listened to all my complaints, my heartbreaks, didn't judge me, just loved me. I will never forget that blessing. Think about it right now. I'm telling you so you can think of the blessings that you've had in your life, amen? At your lowest times. It doesn't come what you think it should look like or what you smell like. It's different, amen?
Amen.
People like my friend James and his son literally came and picked me up one time in my life when I was sick, depressed, and confused. They slapped me around. They said, dude, you are so precious to the kingdom.
That's right.
Oh. I'm a failure. No, you're not. You're precious, man. That's what he used to tell me. He was another blessing. I got so many blessings in my life, and tonight I'm grateful for my beautiful wife, my Ava Joy, the woman who kept the Aguilar family together, my mother, my hero, my father, my sister, my brothers, my sons, Carol and George. See, when my friend Mario and John, Tim Story, Heidi Abbott, George and Cherie, Mikey, Justin Collin, Jared Mancini, my neighbor Jeff G, who lives right down the street, works for Power 106. The guy, when I moved out here, he just poured in my life. Blessings on blessings. Think about what you had to get through to get to your blessings tonight, amen? I'm almost done. You got 2 more minutes? You gonna get it. You gonna get it. Manuel Carrizal is another friend of mine, man. Was at my lowest. These people, they were game changers in my life, just so you know. You were a game changer, Jared, in my life. Mom, you were a game changer in my life. Amen. You changed my course. I was on a whole different path. Your love turned into a different way. God used you. You were my blessing. Amen? Amen. My blessing. My wife, my blessing. You guys are a blessing. I was ready to end my life at one time, and God sent these people in the form of blessings to save my life when I needed it the most. When every so-called friend, every homeboy ran from me, these people ran to me. Amen. And I was dirty. I was dirty. My hands were unclean. You know anybody like that? Hey, man, I was dirty. It's easy to run to somebody who's got it all together, amen? It's easy to run to somebody who got their act all together and has a perfect smile at church, amen? But what about the person in the corner that's dying in their sin? That's dying in their addiction, amen? Do you run to them and help them? Amen. Every so-called friend ran from me. And at that time, all I really did have was a broken heart and a song. And I'm also grateful tonight for all the people who said I wouldn't amount to nothing. If you're watching, thank you. Maybe somebody in this room probably said I wouldn't amount to them. Thank you. The ones who discouraged me, who said, you're going to be dead or in prison by now. You are truly a blessing to me. I mean that with all my heart. You have inspired me not to be a failure. Remember, Mom, the doctors who told me when I was about 11, 12 years old that I had polyps on my throat? Remember that? They said, you ain't gonna ever sing. You ain't gonna ever rap. You ain't gonna do nothing. By the time you're 30, you'll have no voice if you don't have this surgery. And then if you have this surgery, it's a